Give me a minute. The AP has released video of this burning fuselage of an AN-124 civilian airliner. Now, these are small, like in the United States, we call them puddle jumpers. You go from, one short hop to another. Turboprop planes, 50-year-old plane, crashed outside of Tinda, Russia. Now, 48 people are reported unalived in this tragedy, according to local Russian officials. Now, where did this happen? It happened all the way out in the Amur region. You can see this is the Pacific coast over here, right? You could spit and hit Japan. Now, this was a civilian plane. It was an old plane. It was 50 years old. We don't know why it crashed. But I think the reality is that when Russia started its full-scale invasion of Ukraine, they took possession of all of the foreign planes, right, foreign-owned planes inside of Russia to fund its civil aviation. And then sanctions came, and they couldn't get any parts for any of those planes. Antonov is a Ukrainian company. This was an Antonov 124 made in Ukraine. You think there's a lot of you think Antonov, which is just down the street from me here, their main office building, do you think that they're sending a lot of spare parts to Russia right now? They're not. So what have the Russians had to do? They've had to turn to the Chinese to build knockoff parts. And when you're talking about a plane, as Boeing should tell you from its recent failures, the last thing you want is to use some cheap Chinese knockoff parts instead of the manufacturer designed, recommended, engineered, and produced for the fucking plane. That's what you want. So the reality, I think, is that while, accidents happen, maybe this is just a normal accident, but I don't think it is. I think it's a bellwether. It's a red flag. The civil aviation inside of Russia has been dependent on a deprecated supply chain for over 3 years now. And that's going to have consequences. And this could well be the first, I'm sorry to say, of many tragedies that may yet befall Russian civil aviation before this war comes to an end and any kind of normalcy with these genocidal lunatics in the Kremlin can be reestablished.